Good to see we have some presentations today, so I will turn over the microphone to our superintendent, to Carlo.
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight's a great night because we have a number of clubs that are going to be presenting to the board and the public. The first being the Art Club under the direction of Mr. Flanagan, and we have Nicholas Navarro, Emmanuel Martinez, and Daniel D'Agostino who are going to present to us tonight. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. DiCarlo. You guys. Hello, everyone. This is our art club here. This is our club officers. My name is Sean Flanagan. I'm new to Mahopac School District. I teach high school art, digital design, computer graphics, and studio art. So this group kind of evolved from a simple after-school extra help and became more of students that were looking to further the skills and just push each other to become better. Not because they were falling behind, but just they attended and they wanted to do more. So a camaraderie began to grow amongst the students, and we've grown to about 12 to 15 who attend, inspire one another, and teach each other about Adobe tools and design considerations, while sometimes even listening to TED Talks. Because their work is stellar, I fielded the idea of supporting some of the school and community events to the fellow staff through creating posters and marketing needs. We received a great response, and here to tell you a little more are EVO 44 student officers, Emmanuel Manny Ramirez and Nicholas Barbara.
So you guys are probably wondering what exactly EVO 44 means, and EVO as an evolution, progress is something moving and growing. We're planning on moving and growing the art presence in the school district.
I'm sorry, can you just speak closer to the
Yeah, you know what you can do? If you can take the mic up and put it to your mouth, that's
Is this
awesome.
good?
Yes.
Can I start over?
That's much better. Thank you. Yes.
Start over?
Yes, thank you.
So you guys are probably wondering what EVO 44 means, and EVO as an evolution means something that grows and usually gets bigger, and we're planning on having the art presence in our school grow and get bigger. And 44 as in the room number where this club all started, room 44. Okay, so our club meetings that start on Thursdays at 2:15 to 3:15 p.m. Our student officers are Nicholas Barbero and me, Emmanuel Martinez, and our advisor, Mr. Flanagan. The purpose of our club is to provide a safe and motivational place for Mahopac High School students with common interests to create and inspire one another. We're encouraged to both collaborate and work independently on expressive artworks. Students will explore new ways for creating motion graphics and special effects, applying it to viral web content and Mahopac branding, featuring advertisements for school events. Some general club bylaws are students need to be in good class standing, must attend each week unless notifying advisor via email, only constructive criticism, and to be positive. Now this is some stuff that we've completed so far. This is an initial design for the Mahopac Snack Shack, where we collaborated with my digital design class, and each student was able to pick their own snack to work on. And the problem with this was that each snack was deemed to be too unhealthy, so we had to go back to the drawing board. And then this is the final product, and it's already a finished banner, and it should be opening soon. And a few of our works in progress are a poster for Illusion, an anti-vape alliance logo, and an athletic calendar. But advertisements aren't the only thing we'd be wanting to work on, and we'd be more interested in working on artistic, more inspired projects that Nick will talk to you about.
And so I've been working on a holiday card and with two other people, and we have made it a full animation, and each of us have shared shared our work with each other and have made a full animation on YouTube. One thing in that we would like everyone in the club to do is to make a full animation of starting out with the Maypac logo and then having it change into something, and like this one is it's changing into a rock, and then it changes back into the Maypac logo at the end. There's the poster on the left, and that is posted all around the school, and on the top right of that poster is a little picture. And if you scan it, and you can get the full animation of the poster up there. We have recently just started this, but on the picture on the left, we are starting a sculpture, and we plan to finish it by the end of the school year, fully paint it. And on the right, these are some things that we'd like to do next year and possibly this year. Some have passed, but we like to get the opportunity to do it next year.
You're very talented, and I think that's so wonderful that you'll be able to promote all the events at the school, and I hope you're getting a good fee for it. Did you talk compensation for that? No? You need an agent. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flanagan, Nicholas, Manuel, and Daniel. Great job. Next up, we have the Environmental Club under the leadership of Rob D'Alessandro. We have Maxwell Semigrin, Nicole Salvagni, Kiara Condon, Michael Horan, and Andrew Cohen. Thank you very much for coming, everybody.
Hello, I'm Max Semigran, and we are the Environmental Club, so I'm the president. And this is Mike Horan. He is the Public Relations Officer. This is Andrew Cohen. He's the Vice President. Behind me is Nicole Silvani, and she is the Secretary. And this is Kira, and she is the Treasurer. So we decided to start this club as a result of our participation in AP Environmental Science last year. So in AP Environmental Science, we learned a lot about sustainability and ways to achieve sustainability by ways like using renewable resources, composting, stuff like that. So we took all the information that we learned in AP Environmental Science with us to science research this year. And we participated in an environmental competition called the Lexus Eco Challenge. In this environmental competition, we built a compost bin to help reduce the amount of food waste produced in our school's cafeteria. So this compost bin was built at the middle school due to the fact that it already had a vegetable garden, and we thought, and a garden club. It actually turns out that the garden was taking care of by 2 teachers, and having them take care of a compost bin as well, that'd be too much for them. So we decided to create our own club that not only encompassed gardening, but the whole larger subject of the environment in general. So this right here is a picture of us building the composter.
Hi, my name is Andrew Cohen. Again, I'm the Vice President of the Environmental Club. And the purpose of the Environmental Club is mainly to educate Mahopac High School and the community about sustainability and to overall make it a more environmentally friendly and green place. And our plans to accomplish this goal will be by tending the gardens around the school on a fixed schedule and to teach about composting and to utilize the food waste from the cafeteria in our own compost bin that we created for the challenge. Also, by spreading awareness about sustainability around the school, will help further enhance students' knowledge about sustainability and the environment, along with organizing trips to nature centers, which will also further enhance their knowledge about sustainability and environment.
Hi, I'm Kira Condon, and I'm going to be the treasurer of our club. So currently there's a lot of interest in our club. We have 21 potential members at the moment, and we're hoping to spread even more awareness through the bulletins, flyers, and TVs throughout the school. And we were going to talk to Mr. Zeeds to see if we can use the ROAR augmented reality app to try to spread even more information.
That's great.
So our main goal is to reduce the carbon footprint of the school. We have a number of ways of doing this. Our main way is maintaining the gardens around the school using the compost bin and food from the cafeteria. We also want to turn on this already installed solar panels on the side of the building. That will save us money and reduce the carbon footprint. We want to have members of the club go to the Envirothon, which is a yearly environmental challenge, and fundraise by selling reusable bags with the Mahopac logo on them to raise money for new plants in the gardens.
Hi, I'm Nicole Silvani, and I will be the secretary of the club. Our group will plan to meet every other Thursday in Mr. D'Alessandro's room, and executive meetings would take place on Thursdays opposite to that of general meetings, and we will also plan on creating a schedule to divide the members into groups so that the compost bin and other responsibilities will be taken care of on days that we do not have meetings.
So that's our presentation for tonight. Do you guys have any questions?
I think that was an excellent presentation. I want to join. So I can't be an artist. I'm not an artist, but that I could do.
All right.
Great job.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of taking food that's thrown out, to make it into compost, to be able to be environmentally friendly is just a great idea, a great thought. It's not only something that I think we need to look more of doing, but for you and the four of you and the rest of the 21 members for taking part in this and wanting to give back to your community, your school, is a credit to who you are and being able to give back to the Mahopac Central School District. We thank you very, very much. We thank your advisor, Mr. D'Alessandro, for his passion and his leadership in organizing this club. Great job. Really great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Is our most representative Tori here? Tori, come on down.
Hi everyone, I'm Tori Ambroni, and I'm executive treasurer of MOST. This is Olivia Spano, she's executive secretary.
Welcome.
Thank you. Just keep this short and sweet. So currently we just finished selling our t-shirts, which I'm currently wearing. So we finished selling those. We are also beginning to work on Faculty Appreciation Day. So we'll make posters and hang them around the school. It's a really nice thing just to appreciate all our faculty and everything they do for us. And lastly, the juniors are beginning to sell their tickets for their junior prom, which is exciting. So that's what they'll be doing at the end of March, I believe. So those are our 3 updates.
Terrific. Do you know when the senior prom is?
Senior prom, that's June 7th.
June 7th.
Yes. So we'll be selling tickets like later on in the months for that too.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Alrighty.
Yes, next we have our Assistant Superintendent for Business, Mr. Javi Sotland, who's going to give us an update on our capital projects. Thank
Good
you.
evening. With regard to the capital project, I'm happy to say that we've hit two big milestones. The scope and the items that are going to be included in the project have been identified, and we remain on target with respect to the timeline. Tonight, we are also happy to say that there is a resolution in front of the board with respect to them approving the project, the scope, and the financing that will be put forth in front of the taxpayers in May. Pending a favorable vote tonight, the next initiative that we'll be diving into immediately is really the PR, the marketing of the project to the public. Any questions? Thank you.
Mr. Sotland, thank you very much.
Thank you. So we come back to our agenda, and we are at the comments on any agenda items. Any comments on any of the agenda items? No? Okay. Motion for the acceptance of warrants? So. Second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion acceptance of treasurer's report? Second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Acceptance of treasurer's report for February 28th, 2019. We have both of these here? There's a typo there on that one. Okay. Approval of minutes for the work session on January 14th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Approval of the regular meeting minutes for January 17th, 2019. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. And now we have the superintendent's report. Superintendent DeCarlo.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to start tonight, and I want to reach out to the community, to parents, and both to students. Over the last year, we talked about see something, say something. Whether you hear something or say something that can be concerning as a fellow classmate or as a parent if you see something. And came to our attention yesterday, and it just happened to be widespread all over the news. And today, if you have not seen it in our school messenger, the following was sent out, and it has to do with this Momo challenge that is going around for kids on YouTube Kids. So let me read what this said. Dear Mahopac Central District parents and guardians, I hope this letter finds you well. Every so often as a community, we are reminded that in the 21st century, our children not only have access to new and exciting opportunities, they also face hidden dangers in an ever-connected digital world. We have recently learned from media outlets and news organizations about the existence of videos on YouTube and YouTube Kids that contain a content targeted towards children that encourage suicide and self-esteem. From what we understand from reporting, the video content initially appears to be age-appropriate. That is, at some point, a character appears on the screen and provides direction to the viewer to engage in self-injurious behavior. While it is not entirely clear how this content is embedded into YouTube or YouTube Kids video, or how to predetermine which videos contain this content ahead of time, YouTube has indicated that they are taking additional steps to ensure that videos that don't belong on their apps are removed. Furthermore, they reported to have invested in additional parental controls to tailor the user experience more closely. The Mahopac Central School District has a very robust and active internet filtering system that continually blocks inappropriate or harmful content. By no means does this indicate that internet filtering systems are impenetrable and that YouTube efforts are infallible. As a result, we felt that it was critically important to inform you as to the potential threat so that you may take the necessary steps to be mindful of any of these apps and monitor your child's online activities. As you are aware, the health and safety of our students is our highest priority, and as a result, the Mahopac Central School District has been continually educating our students on digital safety and citizenship. Nevertheless, our children also need their parents and guardians to reinforce the importance of being safe during their online experience outside of school. We thank you in advance for partnering with us and keeping all our children and our community safe. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact us, Anthony DeCarlo, Superintendent of Schools, and Dr. Greg Stowell, Assistant Superintendent of Pupil Personnel and Educational Services. So we share that with you, parents. Please be vigilant and please make sure you're watching and seeing the apps that our children are on. Along those lines, we continue to be as proactive as possible in some of the things that we're doing with parents. And on March 14th, that's coming up in the next 2 weeks, in conjunction with the Mahopac Central School District, the Prevention Council of Putnam, and the Communities That Care Coalition will be presenting here on March 14th at 7 p.m. at the Mahopac Falls School, Hidden Mischief, which is a simulation of a room that helps parents to look for signs of teen substance abuse. So we encourage parents to come to that night. There'll be continual emails and school messengers reminding you of that night on March 14th. Also, please be reminded that March 15th, which is the day after that, which is a Friday, it will be a regular school day. On the calendar, whether it's the Google Calendar or the calendar you got in the mail, the paper one, it was originally scheduled as a superintendent's conference day, but because of our snow days and continual, because of our weather, early dismissals, or as delays, we have decided to make it a school day on the 15th. Also on Tuesday, March 19th and Thursday, March 21st will be our parent-teacher conferences in our elementary schools. Just a quick reminder, Lakeview dismisses at 11 and Austin and Fulmer at 11:45 those days so that we can start with our parent conferences. Next week, on Tuesday night, March 5th, is our Acapalooza. That's all our chorus programs throughout the district that come together at the high school at 7 p.m. for a night of song. And then on March 9th, that's a week from this Saturday, is our March Madness Saturday. There'll be 2 games, one at 11 and one at 1:30. Come out and support our teachers and come out and support each one of our schools. And then on March 28th, 29th, and 30th, we have our annual Illusions concert, which will take place at 7 p.m. And I can tell you, you're in for a treat. The group went down to Florida a month ago and performed at Universal Studios, and the entertainment group from Universal was absolutely floored by the amount of talent and what was going on, and just commended our program and what we do. So please come out and support those nights. I'm also very happy, once again, to talk about a great honor that the high school has received. The high school climate club and committee under the leadership of Amy Mahoney, Dara Berkowitz, Paul Clements, and Miss April Lumchick have been nominated to present at the NEP BBIS Network Leadership Forum on May 16th and 17th in Mystic, Connecticut. Their proposal was lights, camera, and culture. And it's all about improving student-centered climate. They're going to be putting a video together and presenting at this national conference. Again, congratulations. I want to thank our Mahopac SEPTO teacher organization and parents. They're doing their yearly sponsoring of grants. Those grants will be submitted by our staff by March 15th, and we want to thank the SEPTO group for what they do each and every year with grants that go towards all of our students at all grade levels. This Saturday, March 2nd, at the Garrison Art Center, we want to congratulate the following middle school students for their selection to a special exhibit this Saturday at the Garrison Art Center. This gallery will have a presentation of their self-portraits. I want to thank Ann Lyons, our art teacher at the middle school, for all her hard work. And I want to congratulate Adalina Linka, Adam Geller, Isabella Hitchcock, Melanie Rotz, Mary Delaney, Dominic Marangiello, Abby Sealand, Liam Bergerson, Maya Regman, and Brendan Torrey. Congratulations on being nominated for your artwork and that great honor of being at the Garrison Art Center this weekend. Last night was the curriculum night at Mayapack High School, grades 9 through 11. Parents, please make sure over this weekend you sit down with your child and look at their program of studies for next year. On Monday, March 4th, they are going to enter their selections in. So we encourage you to sit down with them tonight, tomorrow night, or over the weekend and look at the courses that they are taking their next school year. Very, very important. I also want to congratulate all of our STEM Fair participants on February 9th. It was an incredible day that Saturday. A great amount of work went into it from both high school students, middle school students. It was innovative, it was captivating, it was engaging, it was really, really well attended, and the work that's going on in our science programs throughout the district, but especially in the middle school and the high school, are first rate, and I would congratulate all those who are involved with that annual science fair. And last but not least, this week coming up, March 7th, is a family fun math night under the leadership of Greg Tang Jr. It will be from 6:30 to 7:30. Originally, it was planned to be in here, but because of the overwhelming demand, we're probably going to have to move it to the high school. So there's flyers out there that say the fall school, but we will be in contact with you again on School Messenger, and we'll send out blasts. It's probably going to be moved. Again, March 7th, and this night is being sponsored by all of our elementary PTOs, SEPTO, and the Mayapack Central School District. And Mr. Tang will be demonstrating activities that enhance fluency in math for kids to play with their friends, for families to engage in one another. Mr. Tang is highly well-versed, goes around the country. It'll be a wonderful night. There are no spaces available. Last night, the RSVPs had to be in. So again, March 7th, 6:30 to 7:30, most likely at the high school, but we will send out an email to update you. And I also want to close in congratulating our winter sports teams. We had an incredible winter season from our wrestling team that was 35-5 in dual meets. Coach DeSanto, Coach of the Year, a multitude of wrestlers to the sectionals, and I am honored to say that we had one young man, a 9th grader, Angelo Centrone, who went to the States as an at-large bid and wind up finishing 5th in the state of New York in wrestling as a freshman and made the all-state team. That's a great, great honor. Also, our boys basketball team, co-champions in our league this year at 6-2. They were 13-9 overall. They won their first round sectional game against Spring Valley. It's a first round win that we've had over the last 4 years. I want to congratulate the entire team, especially those seniors, on an outstanding season. Our girls basketball team also made the sectionals. They really fought hard against Albertus Madness, and we're extremely proud of their accomplishments. Our hockey team, 19-4 season, 2 sectional wins against Cortland Town, Wright Town, Harrison, which was probably one of the most incredible hockey games you could have witnessed this year. We happened to lose in the semifinals to the eventual Section 1 champion Suffern, but we played them tough 3-1. It was probably one of the most impactful years in a long time in hockey, and I want to thank them for just giving the entire community a great experience, and we're really, really proud of them. And some of those athletes we'll be honoring in March who broke some of our records. Our forwards, Mr. McGee and O'Shea, had an incredible 4 years here at Mayapack. Gymnastics, once again, they just keep on rolling every year. League champs. We have a number of girls I'll talk about in a second that are in the States. Bowling teams, skiing teams are also great years. We have a couple of athletes that qualified for states, and indoor track and cheerleading also had really respectable years. And I want to leave with this. I want to congratulate and thank the Maniacs this year. Board of Education, I sat and met with them in August. We talked about that they're a real big part of what goes on here in the Mayapack community. We talked about spirit, we talked about sportsmanship, and not that we're finished because we want them to come out for our spring season, but the way that they demonstrated school spirit at our football games, basketball games, volleyball games, it's a credit to what Mayapack is all about in the Mayapack way, and I wanted to thank them for all their efforts this year. And last but not least, these following student athletes have participated or are participating on the state level. They made the states in their sports. And congratulations to Abby Edwards for skiing, Jessica Casper for bowling. I mentioned Angelo Santrone for wrestling. And then in gymnastics, you have Leah Pratt for balance beam, Jameson Kester-Toro for gymnastics, and Chloe Lee, for all around, and Chloe Lee for uneven bar. So again, congratulations to all. Madam President, that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, I apologize. I need to go back to the agenda for approval of treasurer's report. Approval for acceptance of treasurer's report for November 2018. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Acceptance of treasurer's report for December 2018. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, we have committee reports. We will start with Trustee Kazari.
Thank you. Finance Committee met Wednesday, February 13th. Myself, Mike Mongan, Lucia Musafra. We met with Harvey Sotland, Assistant Superintendent of Business, reviewed the summer overtime history. He reviewed the upcoming audit update, and we went through the fund balance for an update on that. We'll meet again this month.
Thank you. Trustee Morgan, you giving the...
Athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah, let me give the athletic
Please.
update real quick. Okay. Good evening, everyone. We met on the 26th, on Tuesday, right here at the Fall School. Mark O'Connor couldn't be here with us tonight. He had a previous commitment that he couldn't get out of. Got to appreciate Mark's passion with this, with the athletic committee. So it was Mark O'Connor, our chairman. It was myself, Trustee Larry Keene, President Leslie Mancuso, and our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Anthony DiCarlo, were present. We started off with modified sports teams, our outlook for 2019 to the 2020 school year. We had a spirited conversation on the merits of restoring the modified sports into next year's school budget. A lot of these were modified sports that were removed during the budget crisis nearly a decade ago. We then moved on to an APP discussion with parents and coaches, very spirited. Once again, a very spirited discussion. The APP is an athletic proficiency placement. It's state mandated. We had a lengthy discussion on the outlining of the pros and cons, what area schools were doing, how we can best maximize our popular athletic programs, how we can better identify generational athletes that would benefit from this athletic proficiency placement. We then moved up to had a nice insight into local live TV. This is pretty exciting. Hopefully the budget passes. Local live TV is an exciting opportunity to bring in live real-time television into our living rooms that would cover athletic events, musicals, plays, arts, really any event that you might have at the high school. Just imagine being grandma and grandpa down in Florida, being able to watch your grandson or granddaughter, performing a musical, playing cello, or kicking a soccer ball. This is also for them. It's also wonderful for mom and dad who might not be able to make it to these events. Friends, fellow students. The idea of having live access at these events is really very exciting, and you'll hear more about that. We next moved on to crew rowing. Many of you might not know what crew rowing is. It's really a very exciting sport. I happen at the park that I manage down at Overpeck, we actually have crew rowing. Columbia crew rows. It's their home for crew rowing, so I kind of know this a lot. So we discussed the merits of starting a team and/or a club. Our Athletic Director John Augusta met with Clemens Renke, who's a contact and helps the crew rowing down at my park, down at Overpack. So I put these guys in touch. Clemens is a world-renowned crew rowing instructor. He met with another representative from the town of Carmel, and they discussed merits, and I'm sure we'll hear about that next month. So we'll keep you posted on that. And that's my report. And that's our report.
Thank you so much. Trustee Masaka?
Good evening, everyone. The policy committee met on Thursday, February the 21st. Present was myself, Mike Kazari, Mike Mongan, Dan Pettigrew, our district council, and Melody LaRocca, our district clerk. We're currently still transitioning to the NISBA policies. At the time, we reviewed the 3000 series, which is the community relations section, took most of the evening. We also reviewed social media guidelines, which we need to review further, and our next meeting is scheduled for March 5th at 5:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee King, your report?
The curriculum committee met on February 4th. Present was Lucy Musafra, Assistant Superintendent Tremblay, and myself. The committee discussed the following things, which have budget implications: the appointing of a K-12 Director of Counseling for the 2019-2020 year, hiring a literacy coach for 2019-2020, monetary support for the Teachers College Readers and Writers Workshop for K-1. Although I happen to be familiar with part of that, the writing part, not the reading part so much. Okay, it is probably the best program for our children that you could find anywhere. So hopefully we are able to put that in. We discussed the course selection at the high school and then some at the middle school. That's already underway. We asked for and received a study hall update. And as we saw again, and we know there's my opinion and the committee's opinion, there are too many kids in study halls. Okay, so hopefully we can eliminate some of that, and there are some budgetary implications for that, implementing in the middle school a foreign language program, okay, and some other programs up at the high school as well. We were asked to look at the cohort graduation rate for the last 3 years. 2018, 92% of our students went on to higher education. 2017, 93%. 2016, 93%. So basically, it has remained the same. The thing that did change is in 2018, 70% of our students attended a 4-year college. We also were introduced to the new NHS Life course, which is being proposed for all 9th grade students. The course will give them the things that they need to survive throughout their high school career. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee King. Special Education met on February 6th. In attendance were Trustees Musafra and Kazari, and we had the meeting with Dr. Soul, Dr. Kate Sweeney, and Mr. Finton. And we discussed the various topics. Went over programmatic highlights, sensory spaces in Austin Road and Middle School, Skills 2 Innovation Lab, and some new Tier 1 supports. And we started the conversation for next year, for next school year, 2019 into 2020. And we talked about the transition room at the high school, also the data dashboards, how our students doing with some of the new techniques we are using. So let's look back and see how we're doing. And also to continue the support that we started in Algebra 2 and in Chemistry for the classes with a little bit more rigor for students that need extra support. So we're happy that those classes are doing well, and the results look very promising for our students with the right support and extra support they need. So thank you. Okay, at this time, we come to the consent agenda. Are there any items board members who would like for removal or discussion? I would like to remove items R and item S. Trustee Kazari, would you be so kind to read item R?
Sure. Donation from United Retirement Consultants. Resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education does hereby accept furniture donations and office supplies for Lakeview Elementary School from United Retirement Plan Consultants.
Thank you. And Trustee Musafir, can you please, item S?
Sure. Donation from ExxonMobil Educational Alliance Program. Resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education does hereby accept $500 in donations from ExxonMobil Educational Alliance Program. These funds will be used to support the Mahopac Middle School in the area of math and science.
So thank you to the United Retirement Consultants and ExxonMobil Educational Alliance Program. Motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And at this time, we come to resident comments. Are there any resident comments? No? Okay. Motion to close? Second? All in favor? Thank you. Have a good evening. See you next month.